Today's video really only has one goal, and that goal is restocking. We have a bag full of stuff here that's going to go into Hannah's dish booth at the antique mall that we sell at. And if you're relatively new to the channel and don't know what's going on, we resell, oh, that's heavy. We resell a lot of dishes and toys at antique malls like this one right here. And not only do we have to come restock this booth, at some point before the day is over, we have to go back home and put a bunch of price tags on about 1,000 more items so that tomorrow we can continue to go restock. There's a lot to be done. Here you go. You go ahead and take those inside. Oh, it's heavy. Easy does her. And then I'm gonna go park the van. We'll get this bad boy restocked, and then we'll go to a thrift store that's nearby here that happens to be one of my favorite thrift stores. Good thing I came by today. My booth is pretty roughed up. Just lots of stuff moved around. I mean, this is what happens when you have a booth where kids are gonna come shop. Everything is just kind of thrown around. It's pretty typical.
All right, we are back in the dish booth. I'm very excited. I haven't been here in a little bit. It's been just got some crumbs on the lens. It's been a little bit of time, but it still looks really good in here. The thing that I noticed right when I walked in was my Afghans were in a basket on the floor right there by the lamps, and someone bought the basket, so all the Afghans were just thrown around the floor. So that was probably the biggest thing that was like not good. But I have a ton of stuff to put in the booth, including a million of these little Disney glasses. I'm so excited because we are down to literally just one. Oh, those things do really well here, and I'm really excited to restock them. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll show you when I'm done what it looks like. So this thing is gonna be packed.
I'm taking a look around at some other booths, which I really don't do a lot, and there's some Pokemon here. Pretty cool to see. $89 GMA graded Gyarados. It's graded at an 8. $5 Charizard over here. I'm into that. There's a gold card behind it, and then Mewtwo, very nice.
That was the hardest game of Tetris I've ever had to play. I had to put all of these big Corningware pieces in here, and I had to move everything around, try to stack it on top of each other, and then on top of that, trying to fit all of that in there. Whew. But we did it. It's all good, it looks good, and it's fuller, and I have Disney cups again, and I'm super pumped about it. So I'm excited for today. There's a lot of people in here right now.
Because of the proximity of this Goodwill to our antique mall we just came from, we normally visit this Goodwill multiple times a week. And because of that, and because of the fact that we haven't actually been to this Goodwill in like 2 weeks now because of the long road trip we just came back from, I couldn't be more excited to go to this Goodwill right now, because that amount of time away basically means that like the stock is going to be completely new from the last
store. I am pumped to see the shelves are so packed. There's a ton of stuff to look at here, but I don't know. $6 for Tupperware. No, thank you. It's in really good condition, but I'm not paying $6 for Tupperware. That is something that this particular Goodwill is notorious for, is upcharging things quite a bit. It's $7 for this Corningware, no thanks. $10 for this one, no. That's okay, we don't need any more of this right now. Let's see. I do like these enamel stacking wheels. I think they're really nice. I like this pan having the lid on it. That's really nice. It's got the like little wedge lid, and I like the handles on those. I think they look cool.
Not a lot here. I feel like this game is following me.
This popcorn set's really cool. I like how big it is. The enamel bowl is really nice from World Market. Oh, it's got a bunch of schmutz on the bottom. I don't know what it is and how easy that'll be to clean off.
What the heck is this? Pikachu ears and a Pikachu tail for $3.49. I don't think I'll wear it, but I think I'll buy it. Also, why? 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 6-port charging station, fast charger. Input, output is 5 volts up to 2.4 amps. Okay, I can use that, especially just for $2.49. You got anything?
Not yet. Oh, look at the Minnie Mouse bowls. Those are cute. Look at that, like, hard plastic melamine. They're not old, but they are really cute. If they were in big people size, I would totally get them for myself.
I'll have to check and see if this is something I have, but, well, doesn't matter. It's ripped. It's a big rip. I don't remember if I have that Ninja Turtle Wii game or not. I know I have this game. Battlefront, Greg Hastings. It's ripped.
I really like this thing. Don't know about selling it, and I don't really know if I need it for my house. I'm sure I could find a reason to have it. This is kind of cool too. The thing is a very unique style mug. I wonder if it used to have a lid. 1995. Might have to look that one up and see if that's worth anything. It's probably not. Those like collector mugs usually aren't, but it's always worth a look. Got hair on the lens.
This will be the first time that I have come across a Dragon Ball Z tape that is in the plastic case. I'm assuming it's because this is a film, but that's interesting. Yeah, it's a feature, it's a movie, but I wonder how many of these movies come in both or either. I don't know, because that's first, but $1, I'm buying it either way.
Darth Maul Infinity inside of a leaf. Normal.
Super big bummer that this Woody doesn't have his hat. Well, I don't guess it would matter too much if it did. Look at that crack. Rip Woody's face. But I sell that Woody if he has his hat pretty easily. $1. It's not even really a trade. It looks like it's supposed to be, but it's just like a thicker paper Green Lantern comic book. Interesting. Ooh, what'd you
Name?
Deathstroke?
Deathstroke. I was like, Slade, no.
Yeah, well, his name, you're right. That's
Okay.
actually good. His name is Slade. So what happened is Deathstroke was too dark for the kids' cartoon, so they just called him by his name, which is like Slade something or something Slade.
I wonder if it'll be, this one I should look it up by Deathstroke,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Definitely.
Ooh, I'm very excited. I have a project in mind that I need some My Little Ponies for. Definitely want to get this baby. Oh, here's a Rainbow Dash. It's a possible contender. The electronics in it kind of freaked me out, so we might not get that one. I'm glad that this one's just the rubber, regular My Little Ponies. I'm excited.
I want you guys to check this out. You see this kid's jacket? If this were big enough to say, let's spit Hannah, it would be 80 bucks on Depop right now.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
If it weren't, like if I had a Wumbo Ray, you know what I'm talking about? You know the Wumbo? Do you guys know the Wumbo? If I had a Wumbo Ray to blow children's clothes like that up into bigger sizes, we'd be rich. I'd be a millionaire tomorrow. Well, I'd probably be a millionaire from the Wumbo Ray.
You got it set to M for Mini, when it should be set to W for Wumbo.
Wow. That's pretty tempting. I mean, obviously it's not gonna fit me, but $10, that's pretty dope. There are some interesting things in this little nook on the other side of this Goodwill that I've never, they didn't used to be this way. They've kind of moved some expensive stuff over here. Comic books, this collector set of Seinfeld, but they looked that bad boy up because it's got 80 bucks on it. And then just some other random nonsense like it's Aladdin doll, 25 bucks. Pretty roughed up. Old Jasmine. All right, did you get anything good?
I got My Little Pony.
I thought I saw you with a My Little Pony.
I'm very excited.
Honestly, because of all of the pricing that we need to go home and do for our toy booths and stuff, we were gonna quit after that last one, but we can't help ourselves, so we drove a little further down the road here, and we're gonna do another.
They've now put an entire glassware baking section in an entire shelf section back there. It used to just be right here. But now this is all pots and pans. And there's a whole row of glassware. I'm very excited. More glassware means more potential for good things. These are really pretty. I like those. Nothing blowing my socks off, but it's still really exciting that there's a lot. This is kind of cool. Look at, probably for like potpourri or like, you know, those little decorative balls that they put on a table to make it look pretty and homey. Could work for that. Snacks.
It looks like my only buy here is probably going to be gone in 60 seconds. PSP UMD. I'll take it. Kind of tempted to get this Turtles as we call it, VHS. Definitely a DVD.
These 16, well, this is really heavy. 16 copies of We Fit.
How much is it?
$3.
Nah. I've already said it, but I'm going to tell you again. We've got so many toys in this house that need to go into our antique mall booths that it's insane. I don't even think we're going to be able to get it all done today, but we're going to try. But just wait till you see how much stuff we have. All right, and it's all toys, and honestly, it's not even all of it. That's just the stuff that's in bags. We're so overloaded with it right now because we overshopped a little bit before we left for our road trip, and then when we were on our road trip, we not only bought a bunch of stuff, we also picked up some stuff from a toy booth that we closed down in Kentucky. So we gotta get all this priced tonight so that on tomorrow's episode, fingers crossed, if everything goes well, we'll get all that stuff stocked up in our toy booth. So subscribe for that. Turn the notifications on for that so that you can be here when we do it, because it's gonna be cool. So we're gonna overload those booths. So we're about halfway through these bags, and it's a kind of slow go because there's a lot of stuff that, like, you know, I don't know. We know what we're gonna price it. Doctor Who VHS tapes, some Batman VS tapes. Pretty reluctant to get rid of those. Actually, I'd love to collect them, but it's just, I've got enough VHS tape. Speaking of which, I'll just show you. That's all pretty much VHS tape, that whole cabinet. And I just don't need more, as much as I love those Batman tapes. But something that's kind of making it take a little bit of extra time is there's a lot of stuff in these bags that we actually haven't looked up the prices on. That's because we do a lot of shopping at the Goodwill bins. So something like this, if I see it at the Goodwill bins, it doesn't matter what it's worth, I'm going to buy it, because something like that's going to sell for at least $10 or something in our antique malls, worst case scenario. But sometimes we get home and finally get to pricing things, and we look it up, and this has been selling for $50, $65 all the time. So that's going to get put on eBay. So I'm going through here looking some stuff up and setting some stuff aside and just trying to get it all done. So we're going to get this video wrapped up, but you guys definitely hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you back tomorrow when we should inevitably take a bunch of this stuff to our antique malls and go thrifting around those antique malls. We haven't, since we got back for our trip, really spent a lot of time at our other antique mall. You saw one of the two today, but the other one we haven't spent a lot of time there. So we should be able to get to take a lot of this there tomorrow, and then even better, go thrifting to the thrift stores around there. So hit the subscribe button for that. Now, let's wrap this video up. So we're done for the day. We're gonna call it quits here. Got a lot done today though, but those days that come along where there's just so much to do, they're not usually days where a lot of thrifting gets done, and today was definitely one of those days. So all the stuff we came home to with. All right, let's talk about a little bit. Okay, let's talk about a little bit of the stuff that we got to thrift now. Almost hilariously, there's probably a couple things here that we might resell, but it's almost all keep, or it's all keep for now, because I needed an upgrade to my Gone in 60 Seconds PSP UMD for my collection, which is why I bought this. I already have it, but it's in pretty terrible condition. So I went ahead and grabbed that. So that's going to my collection. This will go and stay into my collection until I find, hopefully, the cardboard box version. I've said this on the channel a lot. I am not a big fan of these plastic cases. They just deteriorate way faster and they're harder to take care of. And I don't think they look as good, personally. Some people like them. That's fine, but I'm not terribly fond of them at all. So that's going to my collection. Let's talk about what you got real quick. These are a little complicated. We're going to keep these for now.
For now. These are for a future project. I got 2 different sized little My Little Ponies. They're both licensed, so I was pretty excited. It was surprisingly difficult to find My Little Ponies. So very happy to get these and do that project for our new channel.
Dum, 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 dum. I couldn't help but notice that, like, it's the exact same pony.
Literally the same one, just 2 different sizes.
I wish both of these were yellow so we could keep them on top of my shelves, on top of my yellow shelves, and just like do every size we find of it. But yeah, like she said, this is for future content. We've just been trying our hardest to get around to doing some My Little Pony content, something Hannah's into. And I'm super excited about that, but we got to get our hands on enough of it first. So that's kind of the beauty of our new channel we started. A lot of stuff that we bring here on our thrift vlogs will have a second life on that channel. So do go subscribe. This one's ridiculous looking. I never liked this body style of them. They seem so derpy to me.
I was kind of excited to see this one because it is like the older style. This is definitely the newer version.
Yeah, that's the new body style. This is a remake of the older style.
Yeah, like this is from 2018.
Yeah.
But at first I thought it was one of the old ones. I got excited.
From far away, you can totally mistake that for an older one.
For sure. So I was excited to see it.
This will, I am sure, inevitably, did you even see this?
I didn't.
This will inevitably have a second life on our other channel, or we'll do cool things with it like this, you know, make a My Little Pony chew. Like, again, if we had a yellow My Little Pony, that's hilarious.
We can put that on a giant rubber duck.
What a great idea, but not a yellow one. Because why would we?
Aww.
And then he's got a Pikachu tail. I mean, we could put it on a yellow one, but
yeah.
For a guy who owns as many rubber ducks as I am, yellow rubber ducks seem to be in a shortage in this room. Where's my big yellow duck?
It's in the workshop.
Okay, he's in the room. This yellow duck that I do have in here is way too small.
Yeah.
He's smaller than that brown one. That's funny, though. That's a great idea. That's probably what we'll do with this.
It's a Halloween episode.
I mean, it'd be a little weird if I walked around.
I mean,
with it.
The size of your back just engulfs that tiny tail.
You'll never see it. We brought one pop home today, and you said there was a version of Deathstroke that is semi-valuable, but it wasn't this one?
So the thing about this one is it comes in a 2-pack with a Red Hood. Is that a real name?
Yeah.
So they're like fighting each other, and that pack all together in box is worth about $40. But
okay.
This alone by itself, not really worth a lot.
But when they're as cheap as that one was, we still buy them and put them in our antique booths. I sell those a dime a dozen. Okay, so that just leaves one very useful thing. I, as you can imagine, have a lot of things that have batteries that need to be recharged on a daily basis. I bet a lot of you are already that way in your regular non-YouTuber cameraman life, right? Because we're all just carrying more and more things with batteries now. You got your phone, you got your handheld gaming systems, etc. Well,
Apple Watch,
you got your
Fitbit.
It goes on and on. Well, we have our phones, which we film with heavily, so they're in constant need of recharging. We carry 2 to 3 GoPros with us at all times. This camera that you're watching goes with us everywhere we go. I have a drone that has not only a battery that's kept inside of it that can be charged, but 3 more on a separate charger that can be charged, and then the remote has to be charged, and then some other accessories that go with it need to be charged, and then it's just the start of it. So here at home, I am always setting up some new charging station. I try to keep it all in one place, but I usually just end up hating it or where it's at, or it becomes too many cables. But this is just a nice little 6 charger. And this is only just going to put me over the top to kind of conveniently charge everything I have at once. I have a 6 charger over there, and I've been needing a second one. So it's basically what this is. And it looks like it'll run 10 amps at once. It'll charge individual lines up to 2.4, but it'll max out at 10 amps, which means, you know, a lot of modern phones and stuff can charge, you know, used to, I think the first iPhones, I'm not going to get these numbers exactly right, but they charged at like half an amp, 1 amp or something. And then a little later, iPhones charge at like 3 amps and so on and so on. But these are super useful, and they're not the cheapest thing on eBay, or rather Amazon. Like, you'd probably pay like 35, 40 bucks for it or something. But these things can come pretty cheap and be a little dangerous, so I'm definitely gonna actually get my voltage meter out and check the outputs and stuff, and maybe even read about this brand online and just make sure it's safe so I don't fry anything.
Don't blow up the GoPro.
Well, A, we don't want to burn down the house, but B, like, it'd be a nightmare if all of our cameras all of a sudden got eaten alive or something. That's a super rare thing, but you do want to be diligent with this kind of thing, because there's just so much cheap stuff out there. But I could usually find out pretty quick whether or not it's worth it. I could have done it in the store, but it's $2, so if it doesn't work, it just gets thrown in the trash, I guess. But let's talk about finds of the day real quick.
I mean, I only got the 2 things, so I'm gonna go with this pony. Yay!
I'm gonna have a hard time choosing. I guess this, just out of usefulness, this will be my find of the day. I just really, really need it. But I am actually just kind of irrationally happy that that's the same pony as that one.
Does this one have a rump design?
Yeah. I don't think there's such thing as a My Little Pony without one.
I know. I mean, it shouldn't.
This is the exact same mold, just blown up. Everything about it is the same. That's awesome. Well,
great.
You guys comment below before we go. Are any of you into My Little Pony? Did you like the series? Did you collect the toys? Did any of you catch the My Little Pony episode of The Toys That Made Us? That's kind of what inspired the episode she wants to do. So that's why we've been buying some up. But I'm still just in love with this. Why don't we have a yellow pony?
We need one.
I think just this thought that this will fit so well on this pony actually makes it my find of the day. Because if we can find a yellow one this big, it's on. Pony Chew.
Pony Chew.
Pony Chew. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Do me a couple favors before we get out of here. Check out our Discord. Come over there and chat with us and maybe show your recent thrift finds, yard sale finds. And if you post those finds either on our Discord or over on any other social media, hashtag them, hashtag Trash Life. We're doing some giveaways, contacting some people that are posting with that hashtag and sending them some hashtag Trash Life t-shirts. So make sure you're doing that. And also, before we go, check out our merch store, Tendo'sTrash.com, where you can buy those Trash Life t-shirts and be a part of what we're doing here. If you're into trash like we are, this is so ridiculous. It's actually got a metal structure in it so that it supports itself. So you can actually kind of wear it, and I mean, it's not going to drag all the way down and kind of live just like that's wild. Tendo'sTrash.com. And then other than that, we do post daily videos here on this channel, so make sure you come back tomorrow and hang out with us, and maybe Pants will be on the episode a little more, though no promises.
He only shows up during the wrap-up.
Yeah, he wants to know why we're doing it. I don't think he still understands this day while we're standing here talking like this.
Probably not.
Come back tomorrow, guys, and until then, pony out and peace out.